Hey everyone, to kick off this special Mid-Autumn Festival episode, here I am in downtown Flushing, Queens. So today we're gonna try our best to find different kinds of mooncakes here to prepare for the upcoming festival. If here doesn't have it, then there's nowhere else in New York will have it. Alright? Let's see what we can find. There are really two kinds of mooncakes. So the most popular one is the Cantonese style. So represented by quite a few famous Hong Kong bakeries. Most people across China eat the Cantonese style. Second type, and the less popular type, is the Suzhou style. It's more localized, primarily in the Yangtze River Delta by the Shanghai area. It looks more like pastries from the bakeries. This week is the busiest week for buying mooncakes. So you can see all the bakeries and supermarkets are selling mooncakes because after this week nobody's gonna buy them. So you can see tons of mooncake in boxes, individuals, all different kinds of stuff. Here's a restaurant that's selling the pork mooncake, as you can see, and they also make soup dumplings. So I just picked up a few. So they're selling these in these outdoor stands, you can see. So because the pork mooncake is kind of only popular within the Suzhou region or the Shanghai area, you can relatively buy them easily in Flushing. So you can buy as many as you want. However, it's not that easy to buy in my hometown Shanghai. Here you go, as you can see how many people are lining up to get a bite on it. So we just went to 5 or 6 supermarkets and bakeries, and none of them had the two popular brands that we were looking for. So now we're just gonna pick up a one that looks decent. Yeah, so it looks like those better brands are mainly sold online this year, or maybe they are sold out in store already. This supermarket has a whole aisle of mooncakes. So from the vegetarian one to these lava filling and those traditional Cantonese styles. So I think we're just gonna pick up a case that's pretty popular recently. Are these with the fluid, they call it lava filling. We'll see how good they are. Let's try all of these. So now I'm back with a sampler. So there's no way I'm gonna eat all of them because mooncakes is super high calorie. I would blow up if I eat all of them. So Crystal is actually gonna help me out with the rest of these. I'm super excited right now. So I'm actually gonna go clockwise. So starting off with this traditional mooncake, and then do the pastry, and then my hometown pork mooncake, and lastly, finishing off with this dessert looking snowy mooncake. Get rid of these, move it up. So we're gonna try the Cantonese style, right? Let's see what's inside. Okay, see the egg yolk, right? And then the lotus paste. The most standard, legit way of eating a traditional mooncake is to cut the whole mooncake into 8 pieces. So into each these little triangles. And then you use a toothpick to get them up. So yeah, I think eating mooncake is my only usage of using toothpick these days. And then you'll consume mooncake with a cup of tea. So I would go fancier, but I don't have a teapot. Okay, so let's try this. So I gotta say, the local bakery did a great job. It's actually very, very good. I can't really taste any difference between this one and the ones I had back in China. Let's try the pastry / lava one next, right? I'm slightly disappointed because, as you can see, there's not a single drip of lava flowing out, right? It's not as advertised, but the flavor itself is pretty good. It's on the sweeter side. I'll give it a pass. So now let's move on to the pork mooncake. So this is actually the only one that you need to heat up. Because there is pork in it, you actually have to store it in the fridge and you microwave it for a minute before serving. Yeah, I've eaten this like hundreds of times back home. This is so good. This is very, very good. Yeah, it's kind of greasy. Actually, I have to drink some tea. Okay, now we're talking. Lastly, let's try this snowy mooncake. This is actually the only one that you need to put into freezer. And you'd better let it sit for a few minutes after you take it out of the freezer. Yeah, because otherwise it will be hard as rock inside. Yeah, I have to say this one is the sweetest of all. So yeah, definitely something you want to try at the end. Here we go. I've had all of these. I know I've been talking about mooncakes this entire episode. However, the Mid-Autumn Festival isn't just about these mooncakes. It is really about family reunion. If I were back in China, I would celebrate a festival with my bigger family. So we would have a great dinner. And then after the moon rises, we would sit on the balcony, eat some mooncakes, and drink some tea, and then chat together. That is really what this festival is about. So I'm really jealous of those of you who get to celebrate with your family on a regular basis. That is really something I miss while living here. Oh, I forgot to mention a tip. So the Mid-Autumn Festival is every year's August the 15th on the lunar calendar, right? So what if it's overcast or it's rainy on that night, right? So we have a saying in Chinese, 15的月亮16圆, which means the 16th moon is actually rounder than the 15th. So you really get two chances, right? So hopefully you enjoy some mooncakes and happy Mid-Autumn Festival. So now I gotta call Crystal over to eat the rest of these and I'll maybe give some to Nico. Alright, I'll see you in the next episode. If you like this video, give me a like and subscribe.